Hey everyone. So just wanted to do a quick recording to make sure that everyone is aware of Arena mode in Dwarf Fortress. It has been added and updated in the Steam version, and it's really, really fun. You don't even have to know really much of anything about Dwarf Fortress to play it. So, that's kind of a bonus. Like if you're new to Dwarf Fortress and you've been getting kind of frustrated with the game or anything like that, check out this object testing arena here on the main menu. So as you can see, we have just all kinds of stuff, rooms, passageways, flowing water, sand, all kinds of environments, lava. You'll see in here that we can toggle the temperature up and down from what they call absolute zero, which it must be a little bit of a bug because the lava doesn't immediately solidify, but from absolute zero to I forget what they call it, dragon fire is, I think, hotter than magma even. But you just open up this menu and you can spawn whatever you want, wherever you want. You can add trees, and right there. So I was just experimenting. So I just made some aardvarks, and I didn't realize that I had them set to each free-for-all, basically. So each on their own team. So they immediately tear each other apart. And again, this is really good for new players to just see kind of how the physics engine of Dwarf Fortress works. Right there, I just spawned some water. You can spawn magma. There's some more. And if this is even slightly out of sync, hopefully you know what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. But you can spawn snow, mud, liquids. You can clean it up. You can make trees. You can set the temperature. And you can spawn any kind of creature with any kind of effect. And the effects are pretty cool in this because, so we're talking like werebeasts. So there's not just werewolves in Dwarf Fortress. I once saw a were-chameleon. That was really cool. But basically beasts that have an infectious bite where if the survivor, and right there I'm spawning a bunch of trees even into the lava. It's basically, sandbox mode for Dwarf Fortress. And just quickly, if you want to test something, or even, you can even set the skills of each unit that you spawn. So you can say how many, if a dwarf had truly mastered the crossbow, was truly excellent at all skills that have to do with that, discipline, everything. How many undisciplined goblins could he take out in this scenario? And you can just run that and just see and get a sense of, and then, you can take that knowledge and apply it towards your main fortress and just say, I noticed this in arena mode. And so that's really, if you're trying to learn the subtleties of how combat works and how battles are won, this is the way to do it. Because you really, a real battle on a Dwarf Fortress map is once in a lifetime. And so you're only going to get so much data from that. But here you can see, okay, the stats are Necromancer, Animated Corpse, a Ghoul, Disturbed Dead, Cursed, a Mausoleum Slayer. I have no idea what that is, a Werebeast or a Vampire. So I start experimenting. I make some Vampire Elves, I think. And at this point, this is where I realized that you can also set teams. So that's how you make 50 of these versus 100 of these, or one elite quad. And right there, I'm spawning elven vampires. And I think because this map is actually so big and there's so many things to test, I don't think they even do much because they're all in the same team. I think they just kind of guard. Oh no, they start killing each other. I guess this isn't the point at which I realized that I could set teams. Maybe this is where I'm figuring it out. But just really have to recommend it. Get in there and play. You'll definitely learn some stuff. And here's where you can set all the skills: Adept Fighter, Archer, Axe Dwarf, Sword Dwarf. And it really, whether you want to learn the engine or study the engine, more carefully and masterfully, or whether you just want to have some fun and just see something crazy happen, this is the place. You can, there you see just alphabetical order, any creature that you could possibly imagine, and then any variant that you can imagine, and you can set its skills, and you can set its equipment. So, you can set up, if you're trying to play Dwarf Fortress just as a fantasy simulator that does exactly what you want, arena mode is what you want. And the other thing I should mention is that even though this map we're looking at is quite detailed and has a lot of things, it's also not the only map. There's, I think, 4 standard maps, and you can, of course, if you know enough about how to make your own files, you can make your own map. So this is basically the sandbox mode, and for a lot of people who are, very stressed out about, how do I feed my dwarves, or, they're tantruming, or they're fighting each other, or, thieves are stealing this one specific thing that made somebody I need go crazy. Or, the one guy who knows how to do this lost his legs in some kind of accident. All this crazy stuff that prevents you from doing what you want to do in Dwarf Fortress. in Fortress mode is not really an issue here at all. And so that's really the main draw. Looks like I'm almost out of footage. Guys, if you made it this far, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps the channel, helps me grow, helps me stay focused on these videos and making new content, you know, as often as I can. Let's see, what else? Did I have anything else? Oh, I do just want to say that I made a new world in Fortress mode. Sorry if I peeked, I moved into the microphone with excitement. I was so excited to tell you about, so I made a pocket-sized map, and I always avoided those because I'm like, there's fewer, pocket size means fewer embarks, and that's less interesting, but it's not true, actually. Pocket size is also condensed along Z levels, which means that if you were trying to do a quick embark and get down to the bottom, you know, tap all the way through to the center of the earth, so to speak, pocket is also easier and lets you focus more because there's less just random stuff going on. There's less civilizations, so less, you know, kind of random BS that you have to deal with, and less, what was the other thing? Oh, it runs a little lighter FPS-wise. I think Blind, who's another Dwarf Fortress YouTuber who's really good, but he mentioned that pocket size was a good way to maximize FPS, so that's why I tried it, but I'm actually liking pocket size quite a bit. All right, well, I'm officially now messing up my own recording, so I guess that's all I have to say. I do think, okay, wait, let's watch this final fight. Because I do think that I'm setting up, it looks like, you know, a squad of dwarves on side one, yep. And then, I forget, I think, oh yeah, this was weird. Tell me in the comments if you know why this is, but I thought that I set these crocodiles and dwarves to fight, but they don't fight. And then when I put snakes in the middle, they both fight the snakes, and then they all seem to fight each other. So I'm not sure. It seems to be a quirk of the engine, but again, that's the point. That's why you get into the sandbox mode, is because you can be like, hey, why did that happen? And then learn about it. So yeah. Here, yeah, see now the snakes and the humans are fighting and all the alligators are dead, so I'm not sure what happened there, but oh, and the other cool thing about you can save these as well. You know, you can save your progress and have like an ongoing siege or like a crazy battle if you want. I mean, it's really, your imagination is the limit. But the cool thing is it does keep track of deceased and everything else. It runs on the full engine. So I think in 1 second, I'm going to show my deceased, and you can already see it's been a bloodbath. Maybe I'll experiment with this and really, you know, the idea of making a proper siege, not like a Dwarf Fortress siege where, you know, the goblins who don't know what a siege is just kind of run in the front door, but like a proper siege might be interesting. Okay, I'm really running out of time. Thank you guys for watching. Try arena mode. All right, bye.